I would also say, again, on the issue of environmental justice, that it is important to see what is happening in our country right now with some extremist leaders who are attacking DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're doing with that the same thing that they have been attempting to do with woke, which is to turn it into a bad word and turn it against those of us who understand the true meaning. You look at what's happening in states like Florida, where they are undoing DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, where corporations are starting to shut down a priority on those issues. Diversity is our strength as a country, always has been. Gets back to the point about immigration. Equity. Well, what is the importance of equity? It's basic. It's this. While we all want to fight for equality, everybody should get the same amount. That doesn't take into account the fact not everybody starts out on the same base. So if you're giving everybody the same amount, but they didn't start out on the same base, they're going to end up behind. And equity says, let's pay attention to that and make up for, especially historic issues in terms of the lack of resources being put into communities. So when we deal with the climate crisis, it is about what we must do with a sense of urgency. It is about putting the resources into it and an acknowledgement of it. It is about who's at the table and making the decisions. And it is also about fighting against a parallel agenda that is about attempting to have us not prioritize or even talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Madam Vice President, we've talked about